Just a few hours left until the kick-off, and hardcore football supporters are heating up the mood on the streets of Łódź. That's Poland's third biggest city. LKS supporters from Łódź are in a celebratory mood. Whatever the outcome of this evening's home match against a club from northern Poland, LKS will move up into the Ekstraklasa, the Polish top-level league. Cities in Poland such as Poznan, Gdansk, Warsaw and Łódź have serious problems with football hooligans. This year's season was marked by violent riots. Some supporters have even been killed. In Łódź, two local clubs, Widzew and LKS, have been battling it out for decades. There's mutual hatred and predictably each side blames the other.
When I went to a local derby against Widzew, a Widzew supporter smashed a bottle on the head of another person in front of him. The Widzew fan who did this was standing in the middle of the stadium's family sector. Believe me, I'm telling the truth, in the middle of the family sector.
Police escort the LKS hardcore fans to and from the stadium. Security is paid for through taxes and it's not cheap, but it's needed. Violence is very much a part of Polish football, and that presents a wider problem because Poland, together with Ukraine, are hosting the European competition Euro 2012. Back in May, a decisive match in the Polish Premier League turned into a real disaster. Supporters of Legia Warsaw and Lech Poznan invaded the pitch and attacked each other, vandalising the stadium in the process. Back in Łódź, there are of course many peaceful football supporters, but even some of them admit it's easy to get caught up in the atmosphere on the big day.
Rioting inside the stadium, that's just stupid. Then again, sometimes there are situations occurring in your life when you lose control of yourself.
Alcohol plays a part, as it so often does. A popular Polish tipple with the LKS fans is beer mixed with vodka, and hooligans mingle with ordinary fans. Some hardcore supporters are linked to the extreme right movement, not bothering to hide their hatred against French, Germans, Russians, homosexuals, Jews and journalists. In fact, it's just about anyone outside their group. But enemy number one for the LKS hooligans is the rival club in the city, Widzew.
When I was a kid, I learned that I needed to hate Widzew. They're aggressive, and aggression generates aggression. That's it.
Jeżeli miałem kolegę za gzem, to by mnie gnoił. Agresja na agresję, tak?
To jest potęga. Już od lat się nienawidzimy.
We've hated each other for ages. Widzew supporters are another religion. They believe in something else. They believe in Judaism.
Judaizm.
Jacek is just an ordinary LKS supporter, respecting law and order. He fills in the fan card for his daughter. It's the first time that Jacek has taken her to a match. The registration card is part of the new security system. You have to give your full name, address, phone and even your ID number. If not, you can't buy tickets.
Pretending that all Polish football supporters are hooligans is wrong. It's an insult. I've been going to matches for years and I've never been injured. And if there are riots, it's mostly due to police provocation.
In order to punish hooligans and reduce the risk of riot, the authorities decided to ban all supporters from attending away games. Today's LKS home match against Flota Świnoujście is without Flota supporters. Half the stadium is empty. Violent fans are being systematically banned. 1,800 have already been barred from games, and the government says tougher laws are on the way for Euro 2012.
If supporters hide their faces during a match, we'll no longer tolerate this. There will be sanctions. Anyone who runs onto the pitch during a match will be sanctioned. Anyone carrying a knife or machete will be sanctioned. All this will be sanctioned.
But solving the problem inside the stadiums is one thing. Away from the grounds, the problems can be even worse. Stavka is the Polish word for an arranged battle between rival fans. These young hooligans are known in Poland as pseudo-kibici. The gangs usually arrange to meet in the early hours of the morning, sometimes out in the countryside, well away from police attention and cameras.
Special police units deal with the Stavka. Usually they can prevent many brawls. But this last time, for once, our special agents could not prevent the fight. The hooligans planned it secretly in advance. It is not about football. It is about beating each other up. It is a local antagonism between rival clubs.
The fight location isn't revealed until the last moment. It's often a field or inside a forest. 4 o'clock in the morning, the rival gangs depart, leaving behind a fatally wounded gang member. One time, a 24-year-old Widzew fan choked on his own blood. Countdown to Euro 2012 has started. Poland is taking the problem seriously, but just how much of a threat do these violent hooligans really pose to this high-profile event? Not much, some experts say. It seems that Polish hooligans like to fight mainly among themselves. A spokesman from Poland's top club, Legia Warsaw, shows us the security systems in place at the stadium. He thinks there's no need for new laws.
Legia Stadium is the most secure in Poland. The safety of the spectators is guaranteed by 136 cameras. Those systems are not just taping video pictures of everyone, but there's also voice recording in order to know what exactly everyone is shouting.
This is Saluto. He's developed quite a special footballing technique. His master is a psychiatrist planning a study on football violence. Dr. Mai is an expert in mass behaviour, knowing all about the soul and brain of hooligans.
Some of those football supporters and hooligans have weak personalities, but joining a group, being a member of a big gang, makes them believe they've gained power, force and self-esteem. In ordinary life, those people feel excluded. Sometimes they're jobless or without prospects.
Security training for Polish police dogs on the construction site of the new National Stadium in Warsaw. Terrorists will find it difficult to smuggle explosives into Euro 2012. While the dogs are searching for bombs, we talk to the Minister of Sport. There are some delays, he admits, especially here in the National Stadium. But he assures all the venues will be ready for the contest. As regards the hooligan problem, his message is crystal clear.
I would like to stress that football matches are for everyone. Football does not belong exclusively to a small group of hooligans or ultra-violent supporters, no. That's why we have our Euro 2012 motto, zero tolerance for hooligans.
Let's go back to Łódź. The city tries to brighten itself up to get some colour into daily life by hosting graffiti artists. Euro 2012 too will bring some colour and money to Poland. Some of that money will go to the regions to update sporting facilities. Installing sports grounds all over the country is part of a long-term prevention plan for hooliganism. Jacek reminds us, football is part of the working class identity.
A football stadium is neither a theatre nor a concert hall. Football is part of a rough world, and the stadium is not for people wearing a necktie or a bow tie. It's for people without any tie around their neck.
But if football is to be played without violence, without hatred, without racism, without alcohol, the authorities must take a hard stance.